Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6 of the Pannonian Avars series. And as you can see on the map of the globe, in which has been nearly 30 years since this playthrough has begun, but I can tell you this, that in this ever constant changing world, where cultures get hybridized often in certain areas, such as the Takarawiga or the oh yes, the Norse Gaelics up there. That's another. I'm trying to think of were there other instances. No, I think it was just those two. That just that hybridized. But Pannonia is on the map, but the Kingdom of Pannonia is not our Pannonia, because instead it was partitioned between Bulgaria, Wallachia, and Pannonia, but in actuality the real power is here. Oh, is that so? Well, this young queen who sits in that royal court of theirs, but since I'm a tribal ruler, it would be safe to say that there isn't going to be much of a royal court anymore. We're gonna take this county over and we're gonna dismantle this royal court, and I will be its ruler. So what does it mean if I win the county? It does not say anything about you will include the title. I mean, I could have easily just claimed the liege title and just spent a prestige, but no, I'm saving the prestige. Even though we're going to be spending little again. And there's good reason for that. As a reminder, again, since we have 4 cultures and cultural traditions, that there is room for one more, in which I've been saving it up to prestige to plan on getting this. But we're almost there. Just almost there. We will establish that tradition. That would be very good for our cavalry. And then in generations after I pass, when Timur takes over, then he'll be ruling not only a pretty decentralized country, to be real honest, but certainly a great country, a great and beautiful country. But unfortunately, this could be a problem, because I figured that I was originally gonna... Oh, you just turned 24. Well, it's gonna be short term, so I'll tell you what. When we become a Khanate, it'll make people more likely to accept marriages and all that sort of thing. But after all, I'm the man who knows many languages. But as for you, you could at least know a thing or two, if you ever had your time given. Not to mention you hold all these claimants to all these lands, but... And we know that the de jure capital is actually over in Visegrad, which is currently in development. And I know the popular opinion, they're against me because they don't like it when they're at peace. Oh, don't you worry. We won't be at peace for long. And we'll continue the development of this area, obviously. And before we get down to that... My goodness. The rest of the Pannonian countryside lacks development. This is the most developed area because we actually put our effort to it. And we're trying to do the same for this, and the same for that. Just only the Avarian Heartland. Or technically the Heartland would be Bihar. Any kind of terrain that has farmlands. In fact, look at here. Farmlands, farmlands, farmlands. This has farmlands too. So, you could say, these are areas where these will be centers of development if we put a lot of time to it. I just stammered. I'm like, development of one What happened? Village disappeared? An entire population of an entire village somehow disappeared overnight. Its buildings, roads, and people's various possessions remained, but none of the inhabitants could be found. Subsequent search parties resulted in no traces of any villagers, and the whole incident has been mysteriously disturbing. My goodness. So that's why it fell back. And even though the Bulgarians, under a Bulgarian rule, do a good job of development, but that's something we must do during most of the time. Taxation is less of a priority, it's development. And not to mention we're having issues of overextension, which again, when you have more than 30 counties in your realm as a duke, you suffer an overextension penalty, reducing your tax income. Yes, I admit that we are overextended. Like, we should have been a Khanate now, but there is one more up there. And we will get it by Tengri. And speaking of Tengri, the faith itself, I mean, it's not yet lost. It's not yet disappeared. It's not even in the center of the strength here. But holy sites, thankfully, one's been acquired. Because back then, Manichaeans used to hold this area and a few others. But the Catholic, all Tengrists will have light cavalry damage and skirmisher, god dang it, skirmisher damage up. Prowess per level of devotion on Paragon Virtue. Though there is one nearby, which I can imagine invading Wallachia as a way of getting into Bulgaria to get to Preslav, and holding Preslav would just have all Tengris increase their levy size. That would be beneficial. And getting to Kerch, good luck with that. Good luck with that, because you'll be dealing with Byzantium, where they are nothing to be messed with, ever. A rat hunting dog. Oh, speaking of which. Oh, apparently, I thought the court language, Bulgaria is Greek. No. It's all Slavonic now. They, replaced it. Just looking around for you people. But anyways, I was just looking at the, it's like, oh, you guys are feudal, right? But anyways, we know what to do. Although I can imprison a few criminals, but we'll do that as soon as we get this last bit of land, which means the Kingdom of Pannonia title will be destroyed, and then I will be the one to create it, which will earn us even more prestige. Let's not waste any more time, but to go for it. Child Defender reduces the cost. Excellent. Away we go. I'll get him. You do the sieging. This is your last stand. As the battle rages on. I find myself in the midst of a small pocket of close quarters combat. With the help of my men, we smashed the opposition with ease. East? Ease. But focus on the attention was on me. We miraculously escaped the fight without a scratch. While I did manage to get some hits on the enemies, I seemed to have lost my focus and had to be helped multiple times as the enemies began to swarm me. As I take a second to catch my breath after the attack, I noticed some of my soldiers looking on in disappointment, at a particularly miserable show of prowess. I'm normally better, I swear. Sorry, even though this is supposed to be an easy fight. How'd you like to serve under me? Wish I could recruit you. But we'll think about it. Come on in. Dogpile on this fortification. Finally, a messenger rushes to my tent to inform me that the white drapes have tumbled over the walls of the barony of Sheshkel. Oh God. Sheshkel Yudavaheli. As the gates to the holding swing open, the church bells ring out singling surrender, followed by the appearance of the queen herself on horseback with a few of her guardsmen. I know what I'm being, she says, after dismounting from the horse and kneeling before him. I only ask you to spare my people. Yes, I accept your surrender. Gone. A Tengri Avar. Knowing that you're not going to be around to rule anymore. Yeah, why not? Just to have a wee cook, just a favor before she gets on out of here. We still won anyhow. Do you get the county, district, and the city? Oh, what the hell? It's not what I had in mind. I'll give this land to you as a show of goodwill. This used to be your land, and plus it'll connect the rest. Now let me send you some money. And I hope one day that you will convert back to the old faith. Okay, this is not what I had intended. I guess we do have to claim it for ourselves. But it's gonna cost me prestige. I don't like that. That means you have to fight to have that claim. It's not what I had in mind. And how long do these truces usually last? 5 years. Oh, okay. 5 years sounds good. But if we have a very good chancellor, we could shorten the truce. He could, keyword. One thing I did now is that I made her mad. But at least have a hook on her, even though... Ask her pardon because of rebellion. Well, since I'm prestigious sensitive, I'd like to be the Chancellor. Thank you very much. Okay, not all was lost, so therefore you get more prestige gain now that you're the realm's Chancellor. And plus monthly lifestyle experience up, so it's worth it. To a degree. And after 5 years, the land is mine. Oh, son of a beeswax. I romanced that woman. Thank you. I return to the old ways. And your children did the same thing. Despite the fact that your children are all bastards. Look at that prestige gain. That's good. Troubadour's dedication. They're off their performers at court, but this time we were promised something special, and I certainly got it. As the troubadour starts yet another stanza, I walk out the great hall in embarrassment. Each and every song is dedication to me from sight. The nerve. What are you doing? That reminds me. I don't think she'll go for it because she's paranoid. Garrus dislikes chaste. Okay, you atheist. No, content. A freaking masochist. Oh, you already did. Humble, dislikes, ambitious. Also wrong government type. Shy might be a penalty. Yep. And dislikes Eagle Reveler. It's hard to find a good woman these days. It's our lot in life. Oh yeah, I remember. 100% guaranteed. I'll secretly plant a letter by chambers. My declaration for love for Rodana's eyes only, no one else matters. I pour my heart out, page after page, filling scrolls, I finally put them into words. The ink is barely dried as I set off for her chambers. I gently placed the scroll on her bolster, where she will lay here tonight, dreaming of me. The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When her reply arrives, I dare to seal her shaky hands. While I cannot encourage you, Duke Tuzniq, I'm most grateful for your kind words. Yours faithfully, Rodana. You won't resist my charms for long. Son, I'll get you married, but it would have to be someone wise, because here's the deal. You lack stewardship skill and intrigue. It's rather alarming to me. So I'd rather find somebody who's very good at stewardship and have good intrigue in addition. Could care less about, you know, a few other things. Whoa. Well, before you do that, how about you look for something inheritable, at the least? Unfortunately, not a lot of options. And plus, they're way older and way out of your league. So, that will not do. So, you're going to have to marry somebody who is skilled, even though going to take a bit of a knock on the prestige. And also at a good age. So, I think you have to look it up for age, starting from there. It could be her. She's a bastard. She's a gardener. Alright. That's good to know. But keep looking. Again, we're looking for good stewardship and a good intrigue. Just to make up for his lack of skills. Almost an all-rounder. I almost thought that we found a winner, but not quite. Now, go back down. We're gonna settle it with her. Yeah, you'll get a knockdown prestige. She's unlanded. But she's a gardener, so she'll do. Came from all the way over there. I had a dream last night. That old god came by to tell me I was a disappointment to the heavens. I woke up perturbed and wondering if that was truly the case. I surely hope not. Imp! Get up! Get up, you bastard! You should go raiding soon. That's another way to get prestige. It's not time yet, but let's get to work on it. We haven't raided the West in a while. Takes a while to gather all of these since we've grown this country so far to the point where it's overextended. Glad you're here with us. Go get him. And perhaps I'll engage them. Because winning battles gives you prestige. Whoa there. We got an artifact. A worn language manual. Is it possible to stack two of these? That actually goes to Avars rather than the one I'm trying to develop in. But hey, every little bit helps. No, prestige. Prestige. We can work on development just fine. And as a strategist, I'm not going to be affected by, you know, river crossings. Yes, it does stack. Now you got two one language animals. This is the new one. Came from Yamada. Spineless. It was 50. Split up. Just look at that prestige we had just for winning that battle. Here. See? Worth it. I'll get you too. I'll take casualties, but the city is a city. Come here. I'll get you too. That was 51. Today's a good day. Get to have horse breeders. Something I really wanted. We will accomplish that goal today. Yabku. Wait a minute, didn't you have consumption before, or was that Siva? I think it might have been you. I think you had consumption before, but now it has come back. So he's saved. He'll be fine. He'll kick out of this. Oh god, that was my steward, my best steward ever. Looks like you get your old job back. Unlikely to become Orthodox to his age. Oh, he's not in the marshal. I don't want to screw it up for him. Inspiring role. Monthly prestige up for powerful vassal on the council. So, bear in mind. 6.94 to 7.2. Can't loot here? Was it because of peace treaty? Nevertheless, let's go home. Known criminal because I declared war against you. Hey, this is a good idea actually. We can arrange that. But unfortunately we will be under back to Bulgarian rule. Don't worry about that, they're all children. Just ignore the threat. Almost there! When is the next hunt? This spring. That's why I said ignore that threat. We're going to be horse breeders. And we're going to right the wrong. It looked like it would be a tedious evening once the feast entertainment was over. Let's have to save the day by suggesting a reading from Travels to Byzantium. I also love that one. Sound the horn. Uh-huh. Noise and the others fade away by the time Vassal, Count Margaretin and I stalk up on the wolf. We're also at strike distance when Margaretin whispers to me, "Now we're fine by ourselves. There's something to let you know about Duchess Sada." Yeah, my daughter. She likes to hurt herself. But I'll just say, no time for chit-chat, I'm getting that wolf! Peasant revolt. That's what's going on down there. Yes, sir. Now, we'll hold the feast 10 days and then we'll get right down to business. My daughter Khatun. To you? Yeah, she'll be dead. Every single person. Ah, there's nothing like a feast. It reminds us all what is good in life. And the company is not too bad either. At least those that sit close to me seem to think so. You are something special, Tuzniq, Yabgu tells me. Duchess Sara and Count Prokop nods their heads in agreement. I just do what feels right. The life of the party. the wine again with this. Time to crack open my secret stores. At least you'll get some prestige leftovers there. Now I am a famous reveler. Sorry. Now, it's time. And this will be my legacy. Horse breeders. Finally. In 23 years, so this will be done by, so let me see. Oh, it's not going to be until the 820s. That's on the monthly progress and a number of Avar counties, which is severely lacking. So, in 23 years, that this culture has painstakingly accumulated knowledge and experience in the fine art and science of horse breeding. Whether Courtiers or Courtiers, the horses of these people are renowned for their superiority. This is just to get the maintenance costs down for our light cavalry and especially the archer cavalry. It's almost like as if we never gave up our traditions back in the days of our ancestors. Of course, you know, you can't do other things like that unless you want to have equal inheritance. But who knows if we're even that much progressive people. But horses matter. So yes, and of course, by that time, after the establishment of horse breeders, we would be getting this one. And down the line, that's during the early 800s. Oh, 900s, excuse me. Also raise the armies immediately. We're gonna go deal with that queen. We got you surrounded. We got you surrounded. Come out with your hands up. Listen, we've known each other for a long time, but please don't. I know life hasn't been kind to you. Well, that's a little bull. You know what I mean. Just saying stuff. So that means we'll be back under Bulgarian rule, as if we'd never been left. But in actuality, it's just an opportunity to get rid of this ruler, and we get another child ruler in here. Claim the liege title, and then we'll fight the war. To get to... Then I'll get to be its Khan. Finally. Okay, there's no reason to do this anymore, because I'm not doing that martial lifestyle experience anymore. We captured all your peoples. That's what you get. And now, claim the liege title. We'll be spending that amount of prestige because I have a higher level of fame than the liege. Because just established, that's all. Kingdom of Pannonia claimed. Yes, and we're gonna fight you for it. Today's that day, dear friends. Oh, almost there. Okay, let's wait a month. Settle down a bit. 125, wait for at least a prestige of 126 or so. Sweet Lady Rodana. That's a nice size I knew before her. My only desire is to bring honor home. Pray tell me, how can I prove my love for you? She hesitates and objects me. By Tengri, I hope she's pleasing on bears. Slay wolf for me and bring me its pelt. And we may continue this conversation. Wishes my command. I return empty-handed. Too bad I don't have a hook on you. And there goes all the prestige, so I can't really start the next war. Otherwise, it's gonna knock down that level of fame. Well, not exactly. Because if you do that right now... No, not this one. If you were to do that right now, this is what's gonna happen. Your fame penalty goes down, but they're talking about this fame here. So, that way, I mean, we can afford it. What the hell are you waiting for? It's the first time in a while I'll go negative prestige, but it might be worth it. Yeah, screw it. Going all in, basically. What are we doing? Dogpile on it. This area's been besieged before. That's step one. We're almost split up. Head to here. Well, that's actually you two. You'll be heading down here. I'll go deal with the enemy army. Wherever they may be going. Actually, who's in command of what army? Oh, it's me over there. Oh, wait a minute, that's Wallachian territory, not Bulgarian. Damn this habit. Over here. Find and destroy. Well, in this case, head to the capital. You'll have the honor. Mind if I take over? As much as I like to... You do that. I'm such a glory hog, that's why. I'm inspecting my troops today in their camps. I walk by some smiths who are in the middle of repairing some weapons and armor. Everyone says they work hard to ensure my warriors are outfitted with the best gear. Their hard work should not be in vain. They may have the hills, but I'll have their lives. Swinging to and from my front blade, I find myself increasingly confident in my skills of war amidst the battle I'm fighting in. This is what being unstoppable feels like. Suddenly I'm brought back to earth as I narrowly dodge a blow from an enemy swordsman. The strike that he sent on me was rigid dust from the side of my head, instead scratched across my face, leaving me stunned and bleeding. Not as unstoppable as I thought. After retreating for immediate comment to assess my situation, I noticed the damage my body has received. While it is not absolutely lethal, it is certainly something to be concerned about. Noticing my fighter Count Prokop hurries over, convinced he has enough training in the medical field to give me emergency attention amidst the battle. I don't trust you, Prokop.
He could perform a miracle. He does have some degree of learning, and he's getting it from his spouse a little bit. No, being drunk does not affect his learning skill.
But there's a very low chance that I might become severely injured, which makes it worse.
But either get a successful battlefield treatment or lose wounded. Again, this is on him. Do what you can.
It's a miracle. He fixed me up. Ah. Yeah, we'll be coming over there. Just take their capital and win a few more pitched battles. Witchcraft induction. Wonderful. That's twice you beat consumption. Oh. Guards, it's a crime in my law. I ought to revoke your title for this, but I do not have high tribal authority, but that will change. That will change. No, 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 stay here! It's the longest shattered retreat ever. Went great lengths. We got the abacus from VIET. That's a cluttered artifact, I believe. Put it in here. So the abacus, +1 stewardship, monthly stewardship and learning lifestyle experience, very small increase. An abacus, used to do various calculations ranging from simple addition to determining square roots. Stood on a ridge overlooking the battle of Mesembria, a short distance from the front lines. Me and Count Radoslav observed the enemy forces movements. Everything is going as planned, in accordance to what I organized at the start of the battle, when suddenly Count Radoslav turns to me and points out an unexpected enemy rush into the weaker section of enemy force. We must reposition our men to defend that charge, he says. For war, how's going to go himself to assist the Grand Tactical Choose instead.
Hey, I need a prestige, so Count Radoslav, I'm the one doing this. Follow me, Count Radoslav, before signaling to my personal guardsmen to follow me into the battle, using my experience. I give Radoslav tactical commands to follow, whilst maintaining my own authority over the handling of the situation. By means of my experience and Radoslav's help, we managed to continue the enemy advance. We both to begin stuck and fighting with our front line. I lose Radoslav in the fray. I have to pray that he makes it out alive, whilst swinging my blade through countless foes and shouting commands. It's clear to see that my men are glad to have me in command. Otherwise, me and Radoslav might have received more than a cut of bruise. Oh, you got severely injured, but are you sure you're fine? No, sir. Physician will treat you. I'll be there right with you. Jeez, look at you with high learning. Now the Khunzakhal Dynasty is well known. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the middle. Alright? There you are. Accept surrender. Finally, on this day, September 25th, 899, Pannonia is ours. And also I will get the county as well added to it. And we didn't need allies for this. Just our own martial prowess. Now they call me Khan. But keep in mind, this is a tribal kingdom. There is no royal court here. We de-established that. So now, it's time to manage the realm a bit. Okay, good. Just wondering, is there anything that would be of concern? Other than the Khanate, the Avar Khanate has returned. As it should be. Happy with that. But now lays the issue for all the chieftains. Who's going to be the high chiefs within the realm? And remember, you can only keep 2 duchy tier titles. So if I had my druthers, I would keep Visegrad. Obviously, this would be our home. And Bahar too, because that's a part of the Avarian heartland, where Tengri's presence is still strong. So those are 2 I would keep. Bodruk down here, that's part of Bax. I'm the owner of Bax. You may not like me very much. Tribal unreformed. Yes, I understand the too many duchies. Which is the reason why I thought, well, giving you these lands. Who was your house head? Ah. So, that was him. Even though I assume he was formerly Tengrist.
Oh, wait a minute. The founder of the house is actually still alive. But he's doing poorly right now, so that means he was a Tengris at birth, but he's formerly Orthodox. And I hope you, when I give you Temes, you must revert back to the old faith. We'll come to agreement with that. So you will be the High Chief of Temes. And that includes that area that was part of my domain, in which I've held it for a while, but I barely invested it. And those little vassals from within will be transferred. All these Orthodox Avar friends you've got there. Actually, I still hold that. I'm sure you desire it. Aradans. Oh, my apologies. Even though it makes me stressed because I'm ambitious and I like to hold everything. Although there's this other side of a Visegrad that I would like to hold for myself, that'll be dealt with in future. So if this makes you happy, I'll give this to you. But honestly, that's asking for too much. But if that man were to have children himself, which he isn't going to get anytime soon, just split the titles up, that's all. And problem solved. And where is the Countess? Oh yes, you and your bastard children. Doing fine. You will have Transylvania. I'll do something about the council soon. Transcarpathia, that's currently held by them. So we'll have to have that dealt with. Because that's another damned Bulgarian man. That's the authority supposed to get up there to have the authority. What's missing? Box, yes. You will be the ruler of Box. Yes. Oh, my apologies. Even though it makes me look like I'm making myself weak, but I believe he's happy enough, so I think you want to leave that alone. Even though this is a wrong kind of holding. Not to mention all the control issues. Anything else? Smoge, the heart. These two I will keep. Well, we gotta give away this one. Wait a minute. Rob. Yeah. Oh, girl, that one too. Son of beeswax. How many? And these two, well, they'll still serve under me directly. Do have a manipulation hook against you. Duchy of Austria. Oh yeah, this is going to be an issue. Just as I feared. for someone I could trust. Not you. And it's also from outside the realm. God dang it. Huh. Idea. Perfect. Yeah, evil faith, all that. Don't give a care. Even if we were to say match, they'll still say no. Unfortunately, the best one is one of these Christians. But at least you like me a little less, so I'll give it to you. It's just this side here is much more complex, and they rather get out of our Khanate, which they'll regret doing that. They will regret it big time. For future reference. Well, Bereg is part of Transcarpathia. Form that title, which we do have the money for it. Or usurp it, I should say. One little conquest and then you got it. It just makes you want to revoke all those titles, but the issue is you don't have enough to pass to High Tribal. There's not much you can do to get more prestige. Other than go out on raids, which we should do in a few moments. And because of you, with that whole thing you've been doing with the mystical communion. Let me see. That one. I was thinking this, but no, I'm going to have to accept the fact I'm not going to live long. Cultural fascination progress increase. Makes little difference. Some difference, but still. It's just we need to spread the development into other areas. And yes, you could do that in any other area too, but it's just we're focused on Heves up to 10. And it's going to be in 2 years. We'll get this up to 10. And then we'll go to Temesvar to develop that up. Despite the corruption that's running rampant there. Increase the levy size so we will be able to defend ourselves against any form of threat. Again, you hold too many duchies, but I'm not going to give some away until we deal with this matter of revoking the titles from others. As my little firebrander walked through the Heaven's Gardens, I gestured at the greener realms. For all their beauty, there isn't a single flower which rivals your own, my lady. There is one, says the mysterious one. A rare orchard from Rata, which is nearly impossible to cultivate. The monastery ruin in Blatanad is the only place where it dries in these regions. I'll brave the ruins for you. You need 214 more. Every little bit helps. It's neutral. Don't be alarmed. Barely. I'll be sure to search for a more experienced physician. In fact, you can afford it. Look at the amount of income you've been getting. You know I still have a claim to these titles. When I get my crown authority up, I can tell you to get out of there. I got an idea. See too if there's any secrets in that particular little area. So that way we can blackmail him for a hook and use that hook to revoke the title off of him. Make him an offer he can't refuse. And as well as these two. I want those two. I have claims to it. This was Avar ancestral land here. So now it's your next priority. Save your prestige again. As much as I like to get these new siege weapons, but no. Authority and revoking titles is the priority here. Should raid Austria. We haven't ravaged their land lately. There you are. It's that time of the year again. Good on you. You go south, I'll go north. No matter where you go. How many forces does East Francia have? Inferior. Even with the Holy Order, still doesn't help them. But it's nice to be wealthy, and when I die wealthy. And my son, Timur, will have a lot of money. Oh, speaking of Timur, have you had any children yet? I mean, I know the faith difference and all that, and she a bastard. But still, take your time. Take your damn time. Oh, Strauss. If you were still with me, I know you would tell me to be strong, that things will get better. But now, you would be right, as you always were. The first time I must curse and cry. How could I not when you are gone from this world?
You'll never be forgotten, old friend. Since when did he become Jewish? But nevertheless, at least you were there for me when I became Khan. Glad you were there for me, for all this. Curious. Well, can you make the long trek to Venice? There's a lot of money in that. A beautiful toy boat. Another trinket. Let me see, as compared to... I mean, I'm not learning any more languages anytime soon, so unequip that. Here it is. A beautifully crafted little toy trinket. Sure spring them out to the face of any child. Adds a small amount of prestige. Yes, it is new, but... Is it too many cluttered artifacts? Trinket, trinket, trinket. Oh, what the hell? Hang on. Sort everything out here. Oh, 1 second. No, I thought it would just... Okay, put your walking stick on and get those 2 language manuals. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't notice that on the bottom. Must be a child. Oh, okay, okay. I'll tell you what. Should you impregnate your wife and then you have a child, I'll be sure to give it to hopefully your future son. I got it. Okay. Anyways. Can you make it to Venice? Unable to raid across the sea, so never mind. Okay. But the countryside, though. Time for you to make that long expedition. While I'll handle things up north. Austrians. Get them. I know they're in the middle of an unrelated conflict, but still, I want to kill them. It's for the prestige. Now, past the high tribal authority law. Now we can revoke titles. Will accept definitely. Cannot refuse revocation. Is there any other people that I wish to imprison? Oh, perfect. She's actually the holder of 2 areas. Will not succeed. Which means she'll rise up other disgruntled bosses. Well, don't do it right now. Out of the way, you bastards. We'll go as far as over there and then we'll have to come back soon because... about damn time. Need a new physician, particularly a very skilled one, as much as money can buy.
You shall duchy claim. Anyways. Not quite there yet, but hang on. Wait for the decision. Hopefully get someone of a higher learning skill, then it will do. The world is full of dangers, even to a Khan and his court. As per my request, my servants have inquired after recommendations, and they have assembled a few options to choose from. He'll do, even though he's a vindictive zealot. But he's of our culture. Are you good enough to be the antiquarian also? Average. Average is better than nothing. Well, at least you made it. And after this, you need a... God dang it. The land is so wealthy here. Just loot the whole coast and then get back over here. Just work your way, alright? You're a reaver. You'll get these things done faster. Sleep terrors. Locals from Heves have reported the most unusual and concerning incidents. Several sources have claimed that they have seen otherworldly shadows, vaguely in the shape of people, going around attempting to kill unsuspecting innocents. The common thread here is that the shadows tend to appear at night as people are falling asleep or waking up. Reputable scholars and shamans believe there's nothing but hysteria. Send in shamans to pray. 10 Greek preserve us. The option decreases how long the county modifier. This is 7 years? 4 years? 4 years, okay. Sleep terrors. 1 second. Yeah. Don't even know who that person is. No, not much lootable things out there. We have to come back soon, so we can go deal with these unruly vassals. And then we will finally distribute the lands to people who really, truly deserve. And after when the rebellious phase is over, then, and only then, will. It's likely that I will give it to Avars, particularly veteran commanders and fighters and all that. One more area to loot and then we're gonna get out of here. Glad you are my champion. Now time for you to go. You did well. A firm hand, which I don't have any dread. Not that kind of person. Let's come back. I'm gonna have to deal with these damn blasted people. There we go. So now wait a few months and then we'll go deal with these unruly people. And development's about to reach the 10. But honestly, since this will be the future capital, I'm not gonna move it now. Not until we restore some order here on this side of Pannonia.
It'll be 2 months. Then we'll go deal with him. You know what? Might as well. Why was I rival with a 12-year-old boy? What have I done to him? My old court tutor. Again, you can afford all of these court decisions. Right, who wants to be my tutor? My son. Child of concubine and fellow champion. You got it. Still no child. Don't worry, you got plenty of years ahead of you. My dear friend, I present you this gift as a gesture of appreciation of our lasting friendship. Thank you very much. You'll sleep undisturbed, as I managed to stay awake. Yeah. Got more loot. Told you, can afford it. So much money, I have no idea what to do with. And the reason why I'm not focused on control, because I'll be giving away that land soon, because I want all this for myself, and I'll give this to him. That's the reason why I'm not getting control up. Some would think I'm a bit careless, but hey, I'm trying to do the right thing. For our culture, anyway. Trappings of majesty. I stand above my subjects as a sovereign ruler, unequaled in the realm, dressed and apart with resplendent garments and jewelry would serve as a subtle reminder to everyone that I am in charge. Yes, only the finest remain in velvet for me. Because I got money and I can. That might as well be our house model. Because I got money and I can. Now, let's go arrest some bastards. She will not succeed, and well, we shall see. We may want to raise the army in Visegrad, just to get some distance. The whole army, in fact. Just her and her only. Fine, we'll take your home then. Actually, split up. Split. What the hell are you doing? Split once. Okay, I'll go on the assault. You besiege. Because of course I'm always that kind of guy. See if I can capture her. Nope. Mercenaries. Don't let her get away. Interesting. There he is, shouts a voice from over my shoulder. It's Tuzniq, says someone else from that direction. Where are they coming from? I'm thinking to myself, I was continuously fighting off more and more foes. After prolonged combat, our nearby soldiers desperately try to protect me, but the numbers dwindle. I begin to take hits from a larger quantity of enemies. As the last of my personal guard falls down on the floor, I look up to see myself surrounded and several a short distance from the rest of the army. They have me 10-1. Oh, hell. But as I am brave and I'm as... But I will lose this thing. There's a 90% chance I may survive, and 9% chance that I'll get killed, but I've been wounded. But I like those odds. A sudden rush of my assailants pushed me at the same time. Blades and maces ready for attack, but all equally unprepared for my own. As sword dashes in front of me, poison my abdomen, I slash the hand holding the blade off, and with a falling upswing from the same one-handed strike, I send my blade into the hand owner's throat. Bearing another strike of my sword, I dodge under it, collect the blade grasped by the severed hand from the ground, and using the jab into the nearest attacker's eye, I turn to see many other enemies slowly approaching me, but with a short deal of time. 2 swords at the ready, 10 or so foes in made metal cuffs around me. I wipe the blood from my own blade and leave the other lodged in its original owner's chest. Who's next? I'm no longer the aspiring blade master. Now I am the blade master. But I'm still wounded. During this same battle, after returning from immediate combat to assess my situation, I noticed the damage my body's received. That's not absolutely lethal, but it's certainly to be concerned about. Noticing my concern, my fighter, Chieftain Oxy, you and Avar? Yes, sir. We heard he's over. The VIET has enough training in the medical field to do emergency protection. Missed the battle. Oh, I'm not sure about that. No, you're not qualified for this. I'll be sure to remember. If you're going to employ champions, make sure that the guy has a higher learning skill in addition to his prowess. They're going to be hard to find. I'd rather let my new court physician treat me. By Tengri, this is crazy. Oh. That's the one who I had imprisoned and was killed. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Because that went to East Francia. You sons of beeswaxes. We're gonna have to fight a conquest war to retake that back. Get in here. This is an opportunity. Guards, if you want your life to be spared, I will negotiate release, but you must reconvert back to the old faith. That is all. Want freedom? You'll get freedom. Here we go again. Thank you. Praise Tengri. We got her. Titles are revoked. One goes to me, and the other will go to some Avar veteran. One for me, and of course the other for myself. In this case, which one of you sons of mine is the heir to the chiefdom of Smoke? Yabgu. Oh, you drunk. But he's still in good health. Well then. You'll be the one to be holding this chiefdom. And then once we get rid of some of those unruly vassals of mine, and and including the reconquest of this area here. And we'll give it all to Yabgu. He will be running this area here, trying to drive out the element there. Didn't know. I'll have this land for myself because this is ancestral land. All I can say is, who's next? Because there's another criminal that we can... Well, to be fair, I did give it up. And that's my nephew. Alright, spreading the dynasty around. Okay, you will not be a prisoner. You'll get a pass. Now, those that I have claims to, get out of my land. And I have a claim. This is a legitimate claim. We can deal more of these. We can get rid of all of you. Each and every one of you. Despite the fact that our cultural acceptance between us and them is 34, but they'll understand. They'll understand. So that's what the rest of my reign is going to be characterized as. Even though I'm a bit sleep deprived and wounded, but do not worry. I can handle it. And, well, you're probably going to have to deal with your wife. I mean, I wish I could offer you concubines, but I can enforce the divorce. Enforce the divorce. That rhymes. But that costs renown, so that's frowned upon, because we don't get much renown gain. Count by marriage. I see. When is the time for the next hunt? Next year, okay. What the hell? Okay. Tell you what, in this next conflict, which will start right now, we got time for one more. To get this guy kicked out of Osterholm, because that's part of Visegrad. And all that should go to me. And once that's dealt with, then... But again, not a tyrant, it's legitimate. Raises up again. Oh, really? Oh. Oh, you're bringing everybody. It matters not. That means all of your titles will be revoked, including you way over there. They're going to be inhabited with Avars. You don't scare me. In fact, I should be scared. What the hell am I doing? Shouldn't be on the front line. I'm hurt, you know. Across the battlefield, I see Drahomir on top of his horse. I've always learned to try to get in position, you know what I mean? To better understand how they think. And to prepare how their attacks will Drahomir. I can't imagine anything past being disgusted by his religious views. Catholicism is surely a plainly false religion. I stopped to think. Should I keep trying to learn his image of battle and use that against him? Or I should shut off any invasive religious thoughts? I will not stray into that heresy. Shut up with that. I should not be leading in front. You will. These are Catholics. Get rid of them. I should be in court. You get him.
for you. And fortunately, you're a winter soldier. We'll be sure to remember that during winter time. Time to complete the romance. Just a kiss. Besiege the capital you might, but it's not going to make much of a difference. Just wait until you recover from your wound. And stop being sleep deprived. No more romance, okay? You got what you want. He's in the court. We'll get him out. Yes, now we want you out of here. Oh, doesn't matter, they're retreating, just stand down. Your title is revoked. For your long life of service, here's your reward. And I know I cannot hold this, but still, there should be someone who should serve under me. Particularly another tribal vassal. Probably another one of my sons. Timur, actually. Since, you know, despite your lack of stewardship, I mean, there's room for improvement. Even though I wanted you to marry a spouse who has high stewardship, but I guess that's an issue. I mean, I don't even have good stewardship. Thinking about it. Oh, and who else rebelled against me? You, over there. Get the hell out of my country. That one I'll give to some Avar. One of my champions, yes. Even though he's a clan, not feudal. That's a difference. Troublesome. Anybody else? Because I got a few more claims I could press. Or tell you to get out of here, and then I'll give it all to my son Yabgu, who will be the High Chief here. So it only consists of this land, and this we'll have to retake. Anybody else? He'll accept because he is terrified of me, and it's valid. And he has that kind of personality. Despite the fact that you are one of my finest champions, but... Oh, and by the way, who is the heir to this title? Oh, it'll go to Timur anyway. But man, you really gotta get this all under control. Gotta put you to work now. One sec. Okay, good. Actually put it here because it's closer to our neck of the woods. Because of the development. Not to mention buildings were under construction. So that's the way it's going to be for this part of the series now. We've done everything we could accomplish. What's going on over here? tyranny. You intend to get rid of her. That's good. And we don't fear East Francia. We do have the military to defeat them. And they're allied with Great Moravia, even better. So first things first, and this will happen in the next episode. We're going to stop it here. That we'll be dealing with more of these Slovene people here and replace them with Avars. Some would think that we're trying to spread the... although we might, because, look, as developed as it is, and if you want to try to promote the culture, it'll take you 7 years. Yeah, these were Avar a long time ago, back in the old 769 start date, as I recall. So yes, we do intend to get rid of it. And some would think I'm betraying these people despite the fact that I speak their language and we do have some degree of acceptance between them and us. But clearly, times changed. And there'll be more changes in the coming episode because 1, we're dealing with more internal matters, and 2, will this Khan live long enough to try to be as, you know, to be as prestigious as he was before? But I think, to be honest, he's at that age now where that I think leading in the front lines is discouraged, and you should be holding back. I mean, you're a strategist, my God. So, we hope you enjoyed the first 6 episodes of the Pannonian Avars series. It took us 6 episodes to go from a man who held only two counties, 2 chiefdoms, and went to become the Khan of Pannonia. But if only he were to live long enough that we might do a possible invasion of Wallachia, which would mean one of my other sons is going to be the Khan over there. Invading Bulgaria would be a bad idea because of the close proximity over there. Even them, they got their own issues. But still, we've had a very, very good time with this and all that and all. So, we hope we'll see you next week for the next episodes of the Pannonian Avars. Because we know one thing's for certain. The 900s will be the century of horse breeders. And hopefully more innovations, as we are way behind the time for all these sort of things. But we're making progress. We're making progress. It's just we need to develop our land more, get out some unruly peoples out of there, and bring back the Avars to this side of the Danube, as it is in progress. See you the next time. Until then, so long for now.